Now, graphing the piecewise functions in Hawks is not as hard as you think it is. Even if we were doing a written exam, honestly, I don't care that much about graphing piecewise. What I would care most about is whether or not you can identify the correct graph. So I'm going to go ahead and just open up the Hawks, show you guys some examples, and hope that that will get you through further graphing. All right, so consider the following function. Go ahead and zoom in a little bit. It's p of x, and it has two definitions, two regions. So minus 5x minus 10 if x is less than or equal to negative 2, and 2/5 x squared if x is greater than negative 2. Okay, so they have 3 steps. Do each region, so the first region, then the second region, and then pick the overall shape. If there's more than 2 regions, then there'll be an extra step. I think in the homework though they just have 2 regions for everything. All right, so the general shape of this function on negative infinity to negative 2. So that's all the stuff less than negative 2. So that's region 1. So that's this thing, the minus 5x squared. So that's a line, and it has a negative slope because of negative 5. So it's not going to be any of these nonlinear things, none of this other crap. It's either got to be the first one or the second one. Now the first one is a line with positive slope, so it's not that one. The second one is a line with negative slope, so that's the overall shape. Okay, next they ask you to do it on negative 2 to infinity, so the second region. So this is a parabola because it's x squared, so it has to be either this one or this one. Those are our 2 options. Of those, so this has a positive a value. That means it opens up. So it has to be this one because this is the parabola that opens up. So submit, so that one was right. The last part is the pick the correct shape. Okay, so here's our options. I need linear, negative linear, parabola that opens up. Okay, so 3 and 4, these aren't good because it's something going down and it should be a parabola that's opening up. So not 3 and 4. And also 1 and 2 very obviously have that parabola opening up. So it's got to be one of these. So the only thing that's different between these 2 are these circles, right? One of them's open and one of them's closed on the different regions. So this first one is closed on the first region and open on the second region. And the other one is open on the first region, closed on the second. So to decide which one you need, you're going to reference your definition of your f, or p in this case. This one is less than or equal to in the first region and greater than in the second region. So I should be closed on the first region, open on the second region. That means I need this first graph. It's closed on the linear part, open on the parabola. Done. Okay. So that's really the level that I would want to see you guys doing for piecewise functions. Can you pick the right graph? This one, they just have you evaluate it. Same thing there. Here we go. Here's another graph. It's another negative linear. Let's see if we can get something that looks a little different. Maybe not. Maybe that's all that they are. How are they all the exact same? Let's try again. I'd like something that looks a little bit different than what we just did. Okay, this is slightly different. Identify the correct graph. So first part, negative linear. Second part, parabola that opens up. First part, I have an x less than or equal to, so closed on the first part. Then I have x greater than, so open on the second. So these two have the right shape. They have negative linear, then parabola that opens up. I need closed on the first, open on the second, so I want this one. All right. So you also have evaluate some functions at different points. This is what we were doing in the previous. So f at 5 here. So you would be in region 3. Oh, I forgot that I can hit try similar. I think all of the graphing ones are pretty, I think there's only one graph and then they just give it to you like 4 times. Yeah, they all pretty much look just like that. Okay, so you just have to decide. This is, by the way, the instructor view, so I already have the answers to the problems. So if you see something like if I see something like f of x, let's see, is x squared for negative 6 less than x less than 4, and 3x minus 3x for 4 less than or equal to x. So this is just me trying to give you an example that's not exactly the same as we were doing. And let's add one more region. Let's add 2 for x greater than or equal to 15. Okay, so if I were to see this and wanted to sketch, like get an idea of what it should look like. So x squared, this is a parabola that opens up, and it's open on both sides. This is a negative line with negative slope, so it's something like that, and it's closed on one side, open on the other. This last one is a constant, so it's just a horizontal line, and it's closed on one side and goes on forever. So this is kind of like my pre-sketch, and that's what they're trying to make you do with the pick the shape for this region, that region. This is what they're having you do. Writing down what if you should be open or closed is going to help you figure out which one of the graphs is correct, which one has the closed circle versus the open circle.